Okay, folks. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Our son Carolyn, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Guy, Brett, very good morning. Just noticing here, got some buyers trapping some sellers on the 15. Just drop down to the tick chart, and you can see that these sellers are potentially trying to get trapped on balance volume, trying to move higher. This is trying to break out. It is a potential trade opportunity ahead of the open. So just to be aware of that, this is coming into things. So just keeping an eye on this and seeing if we can get above this high, then get above that high. The only difficulty is going into this region. I'm just keeping an eye on that tick chart to see if it breaks above this high here. Because if we do get those sellers trapped, then yeah, we're joining those buyers again, aren't we? That's a close above. So I'm long there. I'm long there. Let's just double check. Have I got a close above? Yes, I do. See, sellers just got trapped there. The on balance volume is going higher. We've got 15-minute sellers trapped from a value area low, right? And it's a market might try to go imbalanced here. Now, could always turn against us, but coming into the open, it wouldn't be unreasonable to see if we can maybe go up to that 6349. Right, I'm in now. So that's the logic. I'm just going to hold it. Looking at this on the tick chart, there's no reason not to take this. The on balance volume moving higher. See that? Got those buyers trap those sellers. We got the 15-minute trapped here. So then the next sort of level to be looking at is up that 4-3. So having a look at that. Yeah, here we go. And get up to those highs. Be nice, could you maybe take out some more sellers before the open? That would be good in the next 15. If we can get up above there, it's got 2 minutes to get there. You see, we're trying to break above that level. Let's see if we can get up there. On balance volume still pushing higher. So you see that? You see the way it's pushing higher? And you've got some more buyers coming in. Okay? So that's fine. And what I'm looking for, to see if we can take these guys out before the open. 1 minute. So I'd like to see these buyers joining these buyers here. I want to see them take out those sellers. Ideally, these sellers as well would be good. On balance volume still pointing higher. We've got 22 seconds. Can we take out these sellers? That would be what I want to see. So I want to see it pop above 34225. Having a go at it. And we've just got it as well. That's nice. Bring that up to break even. So I'm just bringing that up to break even because we're heading towards the open. I'm just seeing if I can get a run up to here. Have I got over that level? Right, I have just. But everything's nice about this. If you look at the on balance volume, do you see how it's just, see it's pointing higher? Right, so it's just a bit tricky. It's before the open, so it's a bit sleepy. Sorry, it's a bumpy open, folks. It's just the way the cards have been dealt, if you know what I mean. I'll get back into the other analysis in a bit, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten. There's a euro-dollar trade I want to point out to you. Something very nice, so do apologise. Right, on balance volume, notice how it's still pointing higher. The sellers trying to come in up there. Just see on balance volume, you see them, right? Can you just see those sellers trying to come in? Right, I'm just taking that off because I can see some sellers coming in very close to the open. And I like this, right? And I like it on a retracement as well, because you've got buyers trapping these sellers here. So what I'm looking for, coming back at the open, pull back, looking for sellers to get trapped and go long again. Sorry about that, folks.
Speaking of an update from the Swiss government, they say no meetings are scheduled with President Trump currently, but the situation could change.
All right. Okay. So now the big news, what we must cover, is that weak ISM print yesterday. Do you remember? So yesterday we had the ISM data below market's minimum expectations, and look at the job aspect, the employment index. Look, 46.4. It's going down. The bad news. And then we had the prices paid going up. So when you look at that all together, markets sold off because they said, oh no, employment's a problem. Oh no, purchase managers are getting worried. So it's a follow on from what we got on Friday. We had that NFP which surprised the downside, plus the downward revisions. Remember, the head of the Bureau of Labour Statistics, who were responsible for producing non-farm payrolls, got sacked by Trump. So great. And that resulted in all that dollar weakness that came in on Friday. So we were looking yesterday to go long the euro dollar, if you remember, right? And that's what we were looking for on that trend line. Just a simple trend line break. That's the data. And see, price has gone up beautifully. I'm long the euro dollar. So obviously I'm very happy about that. Now, I wanted to point out to you something. Is NADJAM here? This is one for NADJAM. When you get this, do you see how you've got inside bar, bullish engulfing bar, inside bar, and then a false break of that inside bar, right? When you get that, that's called a false break of an inside bar. So it's a real good indication that price is going to break out here. Now, if you drop down to the hourly chart, look at the way price broke out on this. So what you could have done here, right, I just went long as soon as I saw that pattern, right? But what you could have done here is dropped down to the 15-minute and gone long with the breakout on balanced volume, right, from there, if you wanted to be a bit clever about it. For me, I just saw that, I thought, oh yeah. And because I knew the dollar weakness is there because of the weak jobs and the weak ISM, there's no reason for the euro dollar not to keep going higher. Now, what's the big risk here? The big risk is we get Hassett. He's the big front runner. And not Hassett, if we get Warsh. And Warsh is dollar positive, which is euro dollar negative. But if we get Hassett, then this can be up to the 700, 750. These are the implied volatility levels, okay? We got here 6.2, got here 6.8, and here 7.39. Right, so they're kind of targets. Up here's not a bad area. Like, it wouldn't be possible, you could possibly look at that. Now, seasonally, there's a little bit of euro dollar upside coming up, but not a lot. Just a slight
update concerning India and Russia. Countries are too deep in cooperation in aluminium and fertilizers.
Folks, so that's that. I've also got the silver and copper longs both running. So silver longs, just want to show you this. Remember, took the initial position off up there, looking to build on a pullback, got the pullback, building. Harami inside bar break. So when I had the break of the Harami inside bar there, entered another position here. First position I entered down here, just hitting that level. Second position, just entering as soon as you had the Harami bar breaking above those highs. And that was the opportunity there.
Just making you aware, US President Trump is up and posting on Truth Social, not market related. Just making you aware, Donald Trump is active on Truth Social.
Okay, Trump's out and about. So, earnings. AMD warned about demand in China. I think Disney missed their earnings. Yeah, they had a revenue miss. And then we sort of, it tempers off into the end of the week. There's not much big names coming up as we head into Thursday and Friday. Still, can move markets, but some of the big tech names have already gone and been. Novo Nordisk, they're the skinny jab people with Wegovy and Ozempic. So they've sort of been giving a little more of a bleak outlook recently. All right, folks, I think that's the major things. Calendar is very light. It's kind of like waiting for Trump, who's going to appoint in terms of chair of the Fed. And apart from that, it's just very quiet, really. It's not a lot going on. So 10-year bond auction, but that's not till later in the session. So again, just making sure we don't get caught out by headlines. Right, with that all being said, where are we? Okay, so took the first trade of the session, just a small little trade, and look here, very interesting. We got sellers trapped here by buyers, so we're looking for an opportunity to go long. We took that first opportunity long here. At this point, with those sellers here, got trapped on balance volume pointing higher, and then just started to see some heavy delta coming in. And because it was so close to the open, forget it, we're not going to hang around with that. So, got 5 minutes to the open now, and looking at this on the hourly chart, let's just do our top-down analysis. Hourly chart, we are pushing into this value area high. We've rejected it. We've got the pointer control down below. We've got the VWAP here. So the inventory from the Globex Open is positive. But looking at the market, really, the market, if you look at it, is opening up inside the previous TPO. TPO. So you can see here from Tuesday, right? We're opening up inside. So the market is in balance. So what we're looking for is market to move from value area low to value area high. We are at this very critical point here with sellers trying to trap these buyers on the 15. And you can see that here, but it's kind of into a decent support area. So what we're looking for is if the sellers can't trap those buyers, then we're still with buyers, and we're looking for sellers to get trapped and to go long, right? Because what we're essentially looking for is this area to hold. Break out of that area. Can we break and go? Have we got this going on? And what we'll say we have got that going on is if we're going above the point of control, the value area low from yesterday. So essentially we're still in balance, but maybe go up to the 330, back up to those highs. But in order for us to sort of have a validation of this, what we need to see at the open is those sellers unable to trap those buyers. In which case, these buyers have trapped those sellers, so it's longs on, particularly with reference to 6341. See those guys get trapped, then we're looking for a continuation. So it's going to be fast at the start. So we've got a few minutes. We'll just wait and see how it goes. I feel a little bit discombobulated with the start today because of the early trade, but it was worth taking. So we're looking carefully now. It says now, you might say, well, do we want to sell into this area? It's tricky. We could look for a sell back down to this value area low. That wouldn't be unreasonable. And what we'd need to see is sort of buyers trapped and then carrying on lower. So that's not unreasonable. If we get these buyers trapped here, then definitely it's looking to go short and looking to run from the 331 down to the 324, or this first standard deviation would be unreasonable. Okay, folks? Okay, so sellers are trying to come in here now, right? Yeah, they're building up. Okay. On balance volume, yeah, it's pointing lower. It's tricky. So we'll see some buyers come in and see if I can just get them trapped. Oh yeah, here we go. Right, quick sell. Right, I'm out of that. That was the wrong move. Still looking for this opportunity, but I'll get back in if I get those buyers trapping them there. Right, there we go, back in. Tick chart, you got them. No. Oh, I've got to get out of that one again. Okay, just made some mistakes here, which is shorting into the standard deviation. Got 2 minutes to the close. It's not unreasonable to have a go at it, but I just need something a bit better.